Will Smith, this was the story that we had. It wasn't so much about the slap. It was about the aftermath of the slap. Heard around the world.
It really did.
Will Smith is thrown into chaos.
Daily Mail.
I love that. He's thrown into chaos as Netflix and Apple Plus pull out of the bidding war for his next movie after the Hollywood star slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. 2 streaming giants removed their bids on the film based on his autobiography. Will, 53, has faced backlash since slapping Chris on stage at the Oscars. This was an interesting one, man. When he first slapped, everybody, not everybody, but there was like a hashtag kind of applauding him. It was weird. There was people in support of it. It's a tough thing to be in support of violence. I mean, unless it's self-defense. Mm-hmm. It's pretty hard to be in support of violence unless it's self-defense, from what I can tell. Yeah. But that was there anyway. There was some sentiment which was like, I wish my man was doing something. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of dudes were marching up and down the street just slapping because they were motivated by all these women that were appreciating the slap. Yeah. But then, given a little bit more time, everyone was like, yeah, we probably shouldn't be slapping.
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute.
It's just, after everything cooled off and people gave it a little bit more thought, I guess, or after he ended up winning the award and no one could talk about or think about any awards that any of these people had won after this slap, then people gave it a little more thought. And they're like, yeah, probably let's not slap, was what took place.
The viewership is actually higher for this year compared to last year.
With the slap.
Yeah, with the slap.
Of course, yeah. No, people will watch it and then condemn it. They watch and then condemn. Yeah. But anyway, somebody in the chat says, quit calling a slap violence. So they love the slap. Look, listen, I don't know. I don't really care. I think it probably was overblown, all things considered. Like, it is still, like, people do... It's just it's Will Smith. It's the event. It's the
Hollywood's
suits.
biggest
It's
night.
The outfits. I agree. A slap is kind of goofy in and of itself between two men. I do tend to think of an alternate reality in which Chris Rock just responds immediately and tackles him. Like, what happens to this whole thing at that point? Like, you got to give Chris Rock some respect too, because he just kind of like
pure class kept
it on the rails.
Pure class.
Like, just hung in there. And
he could have literally tackled Will. Like, Will had his back.
Oh, yeah. He could have tackled.
He just turned around.
He could have tackled. It would have been insane. He tackles. Other people get involved. It's a huge celebrity rumble.
Yeah. Jada's just laughing at that point.
See, here's the problem with the slap thing. Is like, if you just say, yo, it's just a slap, whatever... And everybody's slapping all the time, most people do not respond to a slap by just sitting there. Most people retaliate. Mm-hmm. And then once you have retaliation, you have escalation. And it's guaranteed. And so you make a mess of almost anything if you start to travel down this.
Yeah. I wonder if this biopic, if it ever gets produced, would the slap be in there?
You know what I mean? You mean he has to add the slap? No, because I think that the film is done, actually, and they were shopping it around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the film is done, and they're shopping it around, and now...
Oh, well, they should just add that
Netflix is like, we don't want anything to do with it.
That's the last scene.
And I guess Apple's like, we don't want anything to do with it. We can't be giving you money right now because this... I'm sure somebody will pick it up eventually, and you're right, Will. They're going to work the slap in. They're going to sell the slap. Well, he might as well just scrap the entire documentary and just make a slap documentary. He'll do views.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The whole trending page was all the slaps, reacts to the slaps.
What, The Guardian had like, at least right now, is like 80 million views of the slap.
The slap. Yeah. Heard around the world. Never mind if we start putting all the reactions and everything else into it.
Who?
You know what else is, I think, the reason that people really latched onto this is because I think Will Smith and celebrities in general tend to be these people telling us how to live. Mm. They tend to be these people that are, go on social media, on Instagram, and they're like, motivating you and like telling you to be calm and composed and everything else. Mm-hmm. And so people especially pay attention when they don't follow their own protocol, peace and love and whatever else. But they are. But and then also on the flip side, it's important to note that they're people. I mean, they might be really famous, but they're also people. And
they're also people.
being famous doesn't like fix you up. Maybe it might do the opposite. It doesn't fix you up.
Mess you up.
It might.